Welcome back. Easter is a week away from today, so it's time to start thinking about what you want on that holiday table, and I can think of no one better to lead the way. He's an onion chopping fool right now. He's a caterer and a very good friend. That is Hugh Groman, who is already at work, and it's been a couple of years since you've been in studio, so
good
can I give you one of these? An
elbows.
elbow, I guess.
I do elbows.
We're at that anyway. We're making some hors d'oeuvres. You're going to make a little sangria, and well, first and foremost, how good is it to be back?
Oh my God, it's so good to be back in here. Thank you.
I know. We got to know your kitchen well during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And everyone likes goodies, you know, a nice piece of lamb on Easter or some ham, but it's
salmon.
Or salmon, but it's all about the hors d'oeuvres prior, right?
Sure. This is such a great hors d'oeuvre that I'm going to demonstrate for you. It is so delicious. It's one of our most popular hors d'oeuvres. Chef David, the executive chef, came up with this one, and it's a twist on a classic combination.
Okay.
Smoked salmon with, usually it would be like smoked salmon on a bagel with cream cheese and pickled red onion, or excuse me, red onion and capers, right? That's kind of a classic, right? So this is a twist. But first, we need a drink.
We always need to drink.
Okay.
Thank you, Roberta.
So this is going to be our.
You're like Graham Kerr, aren't you? The Galloping Gourmet.
You know,
we'll get to the lamb in a minute, but what are we drinking here?
It takes the edge off. So we've got, this is just like the easiest sangria, and it's like a basic combination that you can totally riff on over the seasons.
Okay.
But this is a nice spring version. So we've got rosé wine.
Rosé is your base.
And I've got these on ice, right?
Of course.
So just about halfway with the rosé. And then we've got these Luxardo cherries with the cherry juice. So
which, by the way, make great Manhattans, let me tell you.
Exactly. And when I have my Manhattan with these, I'm always sad that there's only one cherry.
But
so I'm going to give you 3.
Give me 3. But you know that when you finish your Manhattan, to have that cherry waiting for you,
it's so delicious.
It's a bonus.
So, and then I give a nice spoonful of the syrup and I stir that up.
Yeah, the syrup's very good.
Yeah.
Those are expensive, by the way.
Yeah, they're fancy, but a little goes a long way.
Okay.
And then I've got this Aranciata Rossa, which is like a blood orange sparkling soda.
Okay.
And you can do all kinds of sodas. So.
And that's it.
And that's it. So here, taste that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay. And then
cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
To spring and
to having you back.
Yeah, happy to be here.
Happy Easter.
It's so drinkable.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. Okay. So
very good.
Now I'm going to show you how to make this dish.
Oh, we got to cook too?
We don't. It's not. It's barely cooking at this point.
Okay.
It's all been done for us. So we've got this baguette toast with smoked salmon, fresh farmer's cheese, pickled red onion, and fried capers.
Fried capers.
So it's all those classic flavors combined, but each element has a little bit of a twist to it, so it makes it even more complex, more delicious, more interesting. Okay.
You tell us what a caper is. I know what they are, but
oh gosh, they're little like caper berries, and then they brine them and salt and
boy, they taste great.
I don't think they're. I've never had one that wasn't brined and pickled, so I don't know what that would be like.
Okay.
But so let me show you how to make these red onions. So I've already sliced up the red onions, and then all you do is you throw into a pot, you throw these a cup of champagne vinegar, a half a cup of water, and then there's peppercorns and a little bit of salt and a tablespoon of sugar.
Well, you're quick.
I'm quick. And then a bay leaf.
A bay
so that
leaf.
gives it some nuance, okay? And then you just bring that to a boil, and then once it's all hot, that's it. You just pour it over the onions.
And let them sit
and
for a while?
And you let it sit. Ideally, you could do this overnight, but once you've done this, you can keep these for weeks in the fridge. So
do you have to heat it? Would it just do it normally if you just
that's a great question. I think
it would eventually.
It would eventually because of the salt and the sugar.
Okay.
They sort of open it up and allow the flavors to intermingle. So that's a good.
Beautiful.
But the heat helps to break down the onion and makes it softer. Okay. So then we've got this farmer's cheese, which is it's like cream cheese, but it's a little more mild. And then we mix in some lemon zest. Okay.
Ooh.
And then we put that on the baguette toast. Okay. And then we've got the smoked salmon. And this is like an ecologically farmed smoked salmon. And then you've got these pickled red onions that we just made. And then the capers are special as well. Those were fried. So you take a little saute pan with some oil, get it nice and hot, throw in your capers, and put it on nice high heat and let them sizzle for a while until they pop like popcorn. Drain them, cool them, and those will last a couple days
and this is something you could probably make the night before?
Yeah. You can do all these elements. All these elements can be done the night before, and then you just assemble them that day so that you can just do it real quickly. But you don't want the baguette toast to get too soggy, although it's still delicious even when it's soggy.
It's crunchy.
Yeah.
Boy, it's delicious though.
So It's so easy. It's so delicious.
That I could even do it.
And it's like just like a little different, right? There's this subtle umami from the smoked flavor of the fish, the umami flavor with the capers, the bright acidity of the pickled red onions, the lemon in the farmer's cheese.
Well, we're out of time. It's so good to have you back. I wish we could show your shoes because they're spectacular.
I don't think I'm that flexible.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, it's got a little bowling interest with blue. They're very nice.
Yeah, they're cool.
All right. Well, for more recipes and information, you can find Hugh on Instagram at the Groman Group.
At Hugh Groman Group.
Hugh Groman Group. Thank you, Hugh. Always a pleasure. Roberta?